Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the last chance qualifier match between Black Dragons and Vivo Kyed Stars during the Brazil League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Moment's notice, and it's going to be Hornetow just quickly sweeping across that door frame. Up spiral we go, and it's going to be Nuxka to get the very first kill.
Well, that was the vending guy down, so a whole lot easier than I was setting it up to be. You've still got 50 seconds to go. Solid 5v4. Only damage done is because Nux stepped on a goo mine. You're totally fine with that. So flashbangs go in. Stemp has dodged them, so he can hold this tight angle on Spiral. The crosshair slightly too high, misses the headshot, and Black Dragons take an aggressive stance outside of the A site. Daffodil sitting in the cubby position, C4 over top, but a fireball anticipating. He's running deeper. Daffodil, you gotta be better than that. Runs straight even further into the fire. C4 gone. Miracle's only option is to throw that toxic canister. It's in a bit of an off spot, but I think Florio has dodged it. Yeah, he has. No lost HP on that smoke canister. Now Black Dragons will back off to their post-plant positions. Neskin cut short. Miracle on 40 HP. Shotgun might be nice, taking a fight with either of the players in the spiral position. But
to come here, they already know about this verticality, some nice shots, but unfortunately enough for them, none of this actually going to land. They will end up slipping one through, but Gudo is just going to donate himself to Dafo, and it's going to be a very quick play here for Black Dragons. This will take down yet another.
Ooh, good call. Ask immediately coming down spiral stairs the moment the Blitz gets that intel. It is a 3v2, so a little bit narrow of a margin. Can confirm the kill on the two route, but that reveals how deep Ask is pushed into the site. Massive flank from Neskin. Scopos off the site early on, I believe. In the rotate, he's a lot more exposed than he should have been. Just a bit of laziness right there, a bit of sloppiness. Could have turned around, had the shield behind him, but that option, that lack of a choice. It's
in between these two. Warden, usually a very positive character to play out up against the Blitz, but this is perfect. Gudo swings in off of CEO. Nobody is aware at all. Luckily enough for VKS, Stemp is there, and Miracle is capable of activating. It's actually going to be Neskin to take him out, and somehow, some way, Black Dragons! Oh! Nux is still alive somehow! He's running at mute, and he goes down! Stemp! You just don't get moments like that against Blitz anymore.
Charge activated, but remember, there's still one guy up top. But unfortunately, the spray goes wide. Stemp's position found out. This should be a fight. Florio is able to win as he slow peeks around the corner. Very easy shot to land with the AK-12. And Florio does have one drone remaining with 60 seconds left. Oh, but he just goes for the drop. No.
Playing pretty tight-knit over in this area. Shotguns and a few other things to work these angles.
I was about to say, Vivo Kyed are trying to play it, you know, just a bit more, I suppose, pulled back. They've got 3 shotguns at these close angles. Lenda with a massive flank through spiral.
No way.
You need moments like that if you're going to make it against FURIA. Somehow pulls a 3K out of nowhere and killing Neskin on that close angle. All of your strategy, holding close with that shotgun. Daffodil and Miracle are both pulled so far back. They've got important utility, but the last smoke canister goes out with 24 seconds remaining. It will force Gudo off, and now Daffodil needs to get aggressive. Hornet caught with a nade in his hand, so that's an easy fight for Daffodil to win. Next one with the shotgun, more than favored in this engagement.
These players. I love the mute jammers that we're seeing as well out of these guys, as this is really going to help them with those deathmark trackers. Another one out here for the day, and it's going to be onto Dafo. As Miracle will get our very first kill. Dafo will get our second on the rotation back.
Gudo on this lurk on spiral stairs has been completely found out. They'll double up on it. Just as Vivo Kyed will shotgun close. Castle baiting the attention. What a flick by Gudo. Traded out by the Deimos, though he almost makes the crawl back beyond the door frame. And yet it doesn't matter. Even with that trade, Vivo Kyed hold the advantage. 50 seconds remaining. Nux on the drop down the hatch. Falls completely. Stemp is ready for it. Hornet was the MVP yesterday. Spots one on the yellow pillar. Got one deathmark tracker to make 1v1 a little bit more palatable. Send the nade out. Try to get him to rotate across the other side, but he just crouches beneath the pre-fire. Hornet has tried this so many times. Importantly, they have to dodge these C4s. They'll move down. Diffuser being planted. First one goes out. Does a lot of damage to the Ram, but not public enemy number 1. None of the C4s go where the diffuser's going, and Nux is able to back off and play behind that shield. Stemp will get the first for Vivo Kyed. 4v4 established. but Black Dragons are advantageous in this position. Hornet can stay back. Nux can stay back. Stemp might be retaking up top, but there's not even anybody barely even in the building anymore. The strategy for Vivo Kyed, if it was to deny the plant, it did not work. And Black Dragons can sit idly by and let Vivo Kyed digest and stomach the fact that they have not been able to deny the 4-2 from Black Dragons.
Thank
barely
the Lord.
Happened.
Oh my God.
Retake barely even manifested that entire round. They were like, well, not sure what to do here, guys.
Sometimes maybe a goods.
The rotation inside of the site, but Daffodil, that's the guy with the diffuser, goes down immediately, shot off the rappel, and now you just have to go for the kills at this point. Nux gets a second, so Black Dragon with a dominant lead. The Blitz is alone on an island with bullets riddled in his body. Every aspect of this rush is shut down by the defense, with little to no recourse from Vivo Kyed Stars. Miracle will find one, but again, more to just wait out this attack.
Now, this is a Black Dragontron through and through. Completely stunting this, and oh, there's no way to give this up, right? There's no way.
Just back up. You don't gotta keep peeking. You don't gotta keep peeking.
There you go. We don't. Oh.
Okay, wait. I don't like this.
Ask. I'm asking you. No. I'm telling you. You don't need to do this. Okay.
Okay.
We don't need to do this. They know that you're there. This is scary. Miracle just needs to divide the seas. Here, he's got it. He's got it. This is so bad.
Oh God. All right. Well, let's see, guys. Let's see how this goes. Exothermic on the castle barricade. Nux holding the angle close. Is this gonna be a 5v5 on time?
Jesus Christ.
No, it's a 5v4 on time.
What?
In the sight through the floor, the Doki call goes out. You got somebody hopping in through the single window. He might trigger the goo mine, but more broadly, the attack is still pushing off of this. They're getting that control. Florio might be dead, but we've got an immediate trade. Lenda hop. Okay, Ask is now killed, but Miracle is in the sight. Okay, it's not perfect. Okay.
Where we see our Warden, so this plant could be coming in at a moment's notice. Neskin now starting to get into a fight of his own. The plant's going to start going down for Lenda, as Hornetau is going to be able to get one, and they're going to find the other as well. It's all up.
There's only one or two guys up there anyway, and one just immediately fell back down yellow stairs. When it comes to actually taking control of the bomb site, you've still got two of the C4s to worry about. Oh my God! Hornet, you've got to win that one. I'm sorry, my friend. He might put the ace to 4 HP. But if Neskin's able to win this fight with the Kyed, Evil Key might still find a way into round 10 nonetheless. 20 seconds remaining. Dokkaebi call's gone out. You've got Gudo C4. That is it. He needs this to land. He's got no intel. Literally no idea. Doesn't get a kill. Daffo finds Florio instead. They drop down. Huge play by Neskin. Keeps the player pinched behind vending. Not much Gudo can do at this point except land a Hail Mary pre-fire. I don't know what Step's watching right now.
Yeah,
Step is watching yellow stairs. That's your whole job. You gotta be watching this desk position.
Hornet knows.
Now he
well
gets
done.
in, but he's down by the shotgun. Hornet MVP, but Step is asleep at the wheel. You gotta be better than that, and now there's nothing you can do.
That's the round.
Kyed has to rotate completely. They go to hop down yellow stairs. EMPs go out, and Ask is completely ready for it. Gets one. The bathroom player might find two. Beautiful play from Neskin, but you don't have enough time. Even in the 2v2, it is all she wrote.
Clear things out. It's all about solid timing and solid play around your teammates here. Take these angles properly, and you will not be punished. But as soon as I say that, these road bumps, they become serious obstacles as Black Dragons smashes Vivo Kyed Stars and might have another one. Shotgun, the Supernova, but it's Gutto that takes out Ask instead. That's not even going to be a kill that goes the way of Lenda.
Bro, this is actually... What do you even do now as the Hibana? You pray that flash blinds your opponent, because you're basically... This is Diffuser too, by the way. Gudo has this guy in like an unwinnable position, stuck inside of this room with Diffuser on 25 HP. Briefly spots him, but Vivo Kyed need to initiate, saving Private Lenda in the 2v4, and it seems like it's not working out. Does make it out close with a shotgun. He's his own savior. Able to get the better of Gudo in that engagement, but we're still 38 seconds left. We're still Vivo Kyed in the disadvantage. Shut out on this top floor. Got the skeleton keys to open up some vertical. Got one flashbang from Lenda, and you have taken down that Warden. But Banshees, Goo Mines, Gurshmots, the three players alive, have the most traps in this entire lineup. Every trap in this entire lineup. The stem falls. You better pray that Black Dragons are in a throwing mood, because it's looking like their map is going their way. 7-5. Lenda will take down FURIA. 5 seconds left. Banshee.
They're able to shut it down quite consistently. They weren't able to execute on that side whatsoever, and it showed that they were able to hold out on these defenses with players just making up impressive performance like Guto as well.
Black Dragons were playing Concert very smart. They took it knowing that their attacks probably weren't going to be that good, and then called a timeout after round 5. Most people would say that that's probably a waste of a time.
To see better play operating around that operator in the future here, because this offensive side for both sides respectively is going to mean a lot to their future here on Layer. We're going to have the usual cast of kills through Missile. A big moment here for our aces. He'll get rid of that proximity sensor, and a big fight. Nux ready for the gunfight though, as he'll take down Lenda. The smoke through, and another big moment here. Across being held, shotgun out, and they'll be able to trade things out. That's exactly what you want. This is going so badly for Kyed. They don't even have the help properly for the blitz in that situation.
Guto is able with that final spray to detonate the Vulcan pack. He can be finished off, but he'll at least stall that side of the attack for a little bit longer. He is now gone, and they will be able to back off after putting the diffuser down. Black Dragons might have prep here, but if Kyed are able to get an attack right out of the gate, the remainder of this half is going to feel a lot more comfortable. Deathmark goes out. Huge win for Ask. Huge win for Hornet, as suddenly the fortunes shift. Step in the 1v2 will wrap around full HP, and how much do Black Dragons know? They've both got their back to him. They're both going for the defuse. He's able to transfer on to...
Stars potentially looking for some more aggressive plays as they will firebolt out the main terrace stairs.
Now 3 Candelas go out, but Stem just face-checking the angle, dies to Ask. That's your operation lurk dead, so everybody can fully focus on this clear from the opposite side and the main rocket stairs as well. Miracle will find one, but that gives away his position. In the 3v4, you might get that kill, but in the disadvantage, Black Dragons are going to be ready for this now. Shotgun on the opposite side of the hallway. We see him actually for just a second on Miracle's screen. He's so focused on the players directly in front of them. He's just not even aware. 1 pump, 2 pump, make it 3, make it 4. Swap to the secondary. It's instead the flank by the 9x19 that gets the better of Daffodil.
They all know that this is more than likely just going to be semantics at the end of the day. Teal is trying to take his shots. Through the fire and flames he goes. He'll get one. He will not get... Just giggling a little bit because this thought just creeped in my head. I bet all of these teams are really gonna hate when we get to land and they have to play against North American squads that just love Shield so much.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that goes. But nice little pick there.
Yeah, nice little pick there. FURIA, obviously Nate lands at his feet and he tries to get aggressive and dies as a result. So Kyed toning the pace down this second attempt on basement. It's working out so far. Guto will find one, and I always get nervous when we see the Bailiff whipped out in close quarters. Ask.
Fire there. Now, Kyed stars have got to start pushing themselves forward here, and that's where it all goes so very wrong. The first person in a bomb site is the person with the case. It's dead in the water, and this is looking like a Black Dragons round unless these last 2 players have something to say about it.
This is going to be really difficult. Nux is a known quantity. Hornet will be the X factor. Can he catch the defense off guard? The Deathmark tracker will spot the castle, but that does leave Hornet with a bit of room to work with. He's holding that hatch. Maybe he can drop down, get an angle. Super shorty 2. Downs the Demos. Such a big pickup for Black Dragon. I know he's there too with this 4-ping. Real shame that the Demos has already used both of his nades. That could be perfect. Oh, Miracle.
Oh, no.
I mean, sure, he dies to Ask, but just completely avails himself of that defender. And of course, maybe land some shots onto Nusk, but the castle's very much ready for it. Still some intel on defenders as they move inside of the site. Ask caught rotating over to this reinforcement. Still active intel on a lot of these different players, but
no way.
How many times are we going to see Ask get away with it? Crossfire and now Unread still again with intel on this Ella, and he has evaded all of it. Nux finally will die inside of the site. Daffodil dodging a C4 on the top floor, but all of the action has happened around the first. All 3 roamers up top still very much alive, and Kyed still want to try and clear this with all Candelas gone to no impact.
It seems like Kyed thought that they could try and just slip through the cracks, Carter, but most definitely not as of right now. But Guto's going to immediately put it back into the same situation as it was. They know that Daffo's around here as well and that he needs to take these fights. They're going to play things patiently. They're going to play it close to the chest. M590 in the hands of FURIA, and FURIA is just patience here, man. We don't have to overcook it. We don't have to oversell. They're both in this area, and this is more than likely your oyster. And then for Vivo Kyed Stars to try and activate this play, but you can see they're trying to worry about this player here inside of Armory. The Warden doesn't have his glasses on in time. That's what you need. That is what you need if you're Black Dragons. Hornet does enough. He lives long enough, Carter, to make life complicated for the Blitz. It's a muddy play, and it doesn't work out. It's all down to just Stemp here inside of Armory. And Black Dragons have so many with any team in a situation like this. Okay, we've identified that we can't push this stairwell. Okay, so how are we going to adapt around this? It's taken us almost a solid minute to make a change, and we have to do it with a trade. You're still in a downward spiral right now. Case is off in Egypt. Like, well, Vivo Kyed Stars, they're just not doing something that is conducive to success for them. And now Black Dragons have the capability to try and peel things back. They've done their due diligence.
These Vulcan packs not shot early on by the Twitch, instead burning, incinerating Vivo Kyed's chances at round number 6. Stuck outside, there's nothing they can do.
Oh my. Carter, there's a lot of kick, especially on that first bullet, and sometimes it can just get away from you. That's another moment right there that ends up happening. So unfortunate for Black Dragons, and they're not going to be able to get that kill back just yet. VKS looking a lot more solid on these defenses. They're starting to get these big kills. Ass is going to find one through the verticality up top into Terrace, but it's immediately traded out by Stemp as he's operating around this mid floor at a high level. He'll gun down Nux too. It's a 1 versus 4. And really for Black Dragons, this is going to be going back to the playbook to see if they can find some semblance of success in the rounds that come past this.
Yeah, definitely Hornetal finally will redeem himself, though not onto the Warden. It's the Fenrir that falls. Stemp's impact has already been had in round 7. Too little too late, spotted on the BP, but already known. Not really mattering all that much.
This drone will work in here from Florio too, just to get a solid read of the situation.
Ooh.
Nice shots.
Hornet downed and finished off by that TCSG. What they're doing.
Oh, man.
But Black Dragons have the control they need. They've got it. Now Daffodil needs to land this. Daffodil running up.
Just stick it.
He just runs in front of it. You don't need to fall off, but he does anyway. Gets the kill. Remember, this is all. There's no more explosives coming up after this. No impacts. No C4s. As long as the vertical control is intact, as long as Gudo does his job on the vertical and Nux on the horizontal can get this diffuser and move us into the post. Legion moving for the retake on the left side, one moving bottom rocket as well, likely contemplating an engagement with the Thatcher up top, but the options are not looking great for Vivo Kyed Stars. No matter where they dedicate their efforts, there are 2 Talon shields in their way with no explosives to destroy it. Really not much you can do. Important fight for Lenda to win, but that's just the first layer. There's a second shell all the way outside of the site that's put you to 1 HP, a crossfire on the top.
And that was the curse of wolves for the very, the longest time with that roster, right? Just constantly playing that 15-second meta and trying to get things go in the dying 15. And we might see another iteration of this same story here. Nux trying to make that a non-starter, but VKS, they're looking too darn good.
They are. Nux 1v4. Nothing you can really do at this point. They'll be able to find one, but the FNOT reveals his position anyway. Double whammy right there. The TCSG around the corner. Not much you hear the Selma's going off, though. Only 45 seconds left as Vivo Kyed Stars know. As long as you keep an eye on the back line for a backstab, this execute is going down by the operations side, by the office side. So how are you going to set up for it? How are you going to be ready? Daffodil on this long angle will cut down Nux. A nice trade from Black Dragons. Florio going huge on the entry into the site. Needed to win that fight, and now Black Dragons have a shot. They've got the operations covered. They've got to play close, but nobody's watching. You got to be a little more cautious than that. In the 2v2, Hornet backs off a little too early, and nobody's watching the man with the diffuser. Gudo on that backstab has to take out the goo mine to stop him from killing Stemp, but Lenda with a massive pickup. That's diffuser again, and there is no time to recover.
Here, Carter.
Yep. Nux joining with Hornet outside of the single window. Miracle blinded and spotted by the Grim. Should be an easy pickup. Hornet will take down Nux, though, but Black Dragon still winning a lot of the engagements that matter. The 3v3, very possible, but Gudo so clean in that moment when he needed to. Most Daffodil cut short. You will spot him over at the bottom of green stairs, and now as Lenda crosses to the left side, he's got his recovery crossed. He'll be flashed as Ask starts putting the diffuser down. Now he goes for the retake. might be able to catch FURIA, but Gudo's watching through the floor.
And just to showcase how dominant it was, Gudo 23-12. Again, 12 deaths over just 2 maps. Kind of nutty, not nearly as impressive as Herds, but still absolutely deserving of MVP honors. But guys like Lenda still had decent performances, but everyone else around VKS had the responsibility of stepping up and were unfortunately not able to get there. Stemp had an off day. Neskin didn't really feel like he ever super woke up in the series when you're